to the cloud. Okay, so it should be recording now. This is our second training. So this time what we're going to be doing is it's going to be kind of like segueing our last meeting into this one. So we're going to start by letting you guys, because last time Jason, Jonathan, and I kind of trained you guys on how to do the iPad stuff. So we thought we'd give you guys kind of like an easy like intro to this to kind of like link and bridge last week's to this week. So we thought we'd let you guys actually play with real data. The reason that this is kind of why we said you needed NVIVO and Adobe Premiere. But Mary, you can just, maybe we can have like Michelle or Jason like share their screen so you can like kind of watch them. For this is actually going to be the data that we had that is from the AR, VR, and iPad study night. So we're going to be like linking those videos just in NVIVO, because for these it's a lot exactly like last week because there is no camcorder. So it's just putting the video of like the iPad footage and linking it with a transcript and then saving it as a combined file. So it's not exactly like last week where there would also typically be for the data that we do, where there's the iPad video recording and the audio along with the camcorder video and audio syncing it, and then also putting in like where you're like dealing with those in Adobe Premiere and then moving them into NVIVO and like linking up the transcript. So it's not exactly like that. But we thought we'd do that first. And then Jonathan and I were going to kind of walk you guys through the augmented reality setup. So kind of like last week where you're playing with the data and you're looking at the AR footage from the camera. So you've got like the participants view, then you also have the researchers view, and then you have the camcorder video footage, sometimes two camcorder videos or OBS or some, like there's several recordings where you're trying to link all of those along with the transcript. So we thought we'd go through that, and then if we have time, go through and try to like link use actual data and link some of the AR videos as well. So I guess with that being said, you guys should all have access to the AR, VR, iPad study data in Box. So if you guys want to go ahead and open up Box, I'm trying to think of how we should do this for Mary.
I have NVIVO, but I just couldn't get Adobe. That was one thing I couldn't get.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
That works then. Okay, so we can do that first. This should be pretty quick. Then if you guys open up Box, let me see, I can share my screen. Maybe that might be better. So if we go to, we go to Box, we go to SMU, Box, that's not how you spell Box, there, Box, and you open it up, you should log in with all your credentials, and then I shared, I think with all of you, you should all have permission, the VR, AR, iPad geometry study. So you should be able to open that up. And if you go down to combined videos, I have the combined videos there, and I tried to separate it out for each of the participants. So they were partnered, and like there's 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106. So we thought maybe like Jason, you could take, well, actually, hold on, let me check something really quick. Maybe Mary, you can take participant 101 and 102. Jason, you could take 103 and 104, and then Michelle, you can take 105 and 106. And you guys can just try to, if y'all, I think I have it where multiple participants can share their screens. So if you
I don't have it.
you don't have what?
The box for it.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure that I share that with you. And you guys will be able to, you should be able to put it into, well, actually, I'm not sure, Mary, if you have IRB approval on this one. Okay, well, Michelle and Jason, y'all can go ahead and work on those, and you'll get the iPad videos if you
Julia,
go. Yep.
wasn't Mary one of the subjects?
Mhm.
So can't she just work on her stuff?
I don't know how that works. I don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying. Like,
I'm not sure if she's like, I don't know how that works. I don't know if you're
Hear
like,
myself drawing the
like I
heart.
mean, like, because as a subject, she theoretically has rights to her data, right? I mean, like,
I don't remember which number I was though, not gonna lie.
I do. You,
Because
you,
I feel like everybody saw me
like, I mean,
drawing the
I
heart.
get like, but it's like, I don't know. Well,
yeah.
obviously that normally wouldn't happen, but I'm just like, hey, like, wait a minute.
I
Like,
know,
we might
that's
be able to get
right.
around this.
Okay, so, all right, I guess we could do that. So what did I say? Michelle do 101 and 102. Mary do 103 and 104. And Jason do 105, 106. And what you guys are gonna do is you will under here, under the combined videos. If you go to the combined videos, you can click on the person who I assigned you to. So like Michelle, you'll click on 101, 102, and you can go to iPad, and I put everything you'll need right in here of the iPad recordings. So I guess for this one, the iPad, the participants like each had their own iPad for this. So this is like a transcript. There really isn't much talking in these. So you can go into NVIVO and try to like combine these. You think, Jonathan, they should make like separate ones, or 101 should have their own like video with like the transcript and that, or should we have them do like the two 101 and 102 videos next to each other?
So like, remember, you can't sync video in NVIVO. So like, they're just gonna have to do it one each. Like that's, I don't know what else to do.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
I think that's probably best because this wasn't really interactive, this iPad one. So for this one, you'll just do that. You'll make two different like combined videos, put it in NVIVO. You'll upload like 101's recording and the transcript, and that'll like combine that. And then you'll do 102 with the transcript, combine that, and you'll be done. Does that make sense to everyone? Do you guys know what you're doing, or who your people, what number you are? I think Michelle, you're 101, 102. Mary, you're 103, 104. Jason, you're 105, 106. Do y'all want to go ahead and share your screens so that we can
share the
see? I think
folder
I
with me?
changed. What?
You shared the folder with me?
No, I did not. Said I was going to, and I meant to, but I forgot. Just going to.
Juliana, we were like trying to do this interactive lesson and it just keeps falling apart. Like we were like, we gotta get more interaction. We gotta like really like help them like get in this. And it's like,
You're gonna have to be able to play with real data so you can like actually do something. I just shared it with you, Mary. So
yes,
y'all can
like
do this iPad. This will be good. No, this NVIVO, this will work for the iPads. They're just, it's not very exciting, but like you'll be able to like try it. So go ahead and share y'all's screens. Jason has an issue.
Jason can help me if he wants, because I don't know how to do this.
My NVIVO is expired as I normally use NVIVO on my work computer. What do you mean? Is expired? I don't understand.
He's not on his work computer.
You're on your like regular laptop?
Like, I have to switch to my work computer real quick to share my screen.
Okay.
Okay.
Jason, tell me what to do.
Can you share your screen, Mary?
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen.
I think Jason, I know Jason said he can't really talk. I think Jason, you can ask for like remote control of her NVIVO, and you could kind of like show her how to do it. Or just use the chat. This
Okay, download both of the videos. Go back to sharing.
I'm thinking maybe, Jonathan, what we do is we have them do this, then we move and we work on, we like show them how to do the AR videos, and then that's all we do for today, because it's already like
Sounds
3,
good.
4, and then we won't meet next week because that'll be the Friday right before spring break. And we'll just like pick
I
up
like
at maybe like right like the Friday we get back from spring break, and then maybe we play with some data, some of the like videos then.
Yeah, because like there's, especially with Adobe Premiere stuff, it can seem, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense, and then you gotta go try it. And so I think the idea is like, and then like I'll show you how to do this stuff, like once you're done with the NVIVO, and then
You
go
actually
try it, and then you'll have like 8 million questions, and then we'll come back together and work on that. So like, yeah.
It seems like so straightforward when you're watching. You're like, oh, this is
Oh
so
my gosh,
easy.
yes.
And then you try to do it yourself, and you're like, what? Wait, huh?
And it's like, wait, my button
I'm
is in a
guilty of
slightly
that.
different place. I don't know what
I'm
to
guilty of that.
It's hard. So we just thought it would be like, we'll show you how to do it, and then kind of like you learn by doing, and it'll be dual purpose. Then like this data will be like moved along. So it's like win-win.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, Michelle, are you in now on your work computer?
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Mary, are you still sharing your screen? Whoa, that's my face. Oh my God, there's 3 of me. Mary, are you still sharing your screen? It doesn't look like you are.
It shows that I am. Oh, so your screen share is loading. I guess because I'm downloading the videos,
Maybe.
doing all this at once. Oh yeah.
Okay, so Michelle, do you have, is this your screen that I think we're looking at? Do you want to, that's a lot of my face.
Oh,
You want to pull up the box folder and
Oh, yeah.
show like what you're looking at? So you'll do these. Okay, so it's the same steps will follow, like Jason said. You'll download those 2 videos. So you'll download like 101 and 102 for the iPad recordings. Oh, it looks like you're already doing that. Perfect. And you download the transcript. Do you have NVIVO open?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I guess like once those download, then you'll be able to click new project. And you'll title the project. You can just put like 101 iPad recording. Or iPad combined video. And then I think you should like look and see where it's gonna save to. And make sure it's saving where you want. Yeah.
Oh, and Connor did have a scheduling conflict. So
Okay, cool. You can just probably skip tour for now.
I think one of my videos downloaded. 102. Should I start that one first then?
Cool, but you already titled this one 101.
Oh,
Recording, so I would just wait just a second. How is your downloading coming, Mary? Have they downloaded yet?
No, it's still loading. I'm at 2.6 gigabytes. I got the transcript, but I don't have the videos yet.
Okay.
But I had to start opening NVIVO though, which is also loading.
Okay.
Can you see my screen? There you go. And then new project you said, right?
Yes.
And what will be my project title?
You'll just title it whichever number it is that you have. So it would be like 103 combined or 103 iPad combined video or 104 iPad combined video.
Okay.
You'll do both. And then I don't know why the iPad videos are so long. They did it for a while. They were doing them for like half an hour. So that's why, just pure time.
Is there anything I have to click here?
I don't see your screen.
Oh no. Says auto save the project, yes or no. I think I must say yes here.
Oh, okay, wait, hold on. That's because, no, that's not how it works. I did side-by-side mode, but I still only see, oh,
Michelle?
okay, wait, I see yours now. I just had to switch between them. Okay, now, yes, autosave, yes, yeah, this is good. Just make sure it's saving, like for the recovery file. Just say, like, look and see if it's saving where you want it to save. At the
Yeah, I
bottom.
already made sure of that.
Yeah, then click create project. You should be good there. Okay, then now what's next? It looks like yours is almost, your 101 is almost done. Michelle. So Mary, Jason, are you helping Mary?
I think, yeah, he's gonna be helping me through the chat.
Okay,
oh, my video finished downloading.
perfect. Okay, then you should be able to upload, like import.
Files?
Yes, import files. And then you'll be able to click the 101 recording and the transcript. Oh, wait,
just the recording.
just the recording.
Do I need to do anything with this?
I don't think so. I think that's fine.
Do I import the transcript after?
No, click on the iPad recording. So there's that now. So Jonathan, after they have the recording here, then
Yeah, they go to click on I think it's click on video up at the top right there.
yellow.
Uh-huh. Right, and then see that little arrow bar over to the right? Like it's in the menu. Yep, right there. Click that and then click edit. Okay. And then it should now click on that edit thing. Right, and then you're going to go see the import rows. There you go. And then
And now
now
you'll
find
browse
the
for
transcript. Yeah. And then you have to like tell it stuff. You have to do like create transcript row for each and then go to the file.
Was it
I
table row?
think it's table row the way we've set it up. Yeah. And then I don't know, do we have an identifier column or not? I don't think we do.
I don't think we do.
So it might not.
File includes.
Does it have a header row? I don't know if it does.
I don't think it does.
I think we just had it do it. Yeah. And then you have to explain what each one is. So like field 1 is timestamp.
No, right there where you were on that down
right
arrow.
there. Yeah. So
That,
you
and
do
click
time span.
timestamp.
Yep. And then the
And
next
then
one
on
is content. Yep.
Content.
Cool. Hit OK.
Do we click fill down?
Oh no.
No. Don't do that one. Don't do that one.
Okay.
Because that will like take, if there's a missing table row, it'll like fill from the previous. So that's if you're using somebody's name repeatedly.
So just click OK now.
Yeah, just click OK now. Oh, that's not good.
Oh,
So
it's
just
because
click OK.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure. Oh, well, honestly, that just means probably that like, I don't know what that means. I mean, it could mean like how far does the video go?
No, it's because I used the other video to do the transcripts.
Yeah, I was about to say, so it's probably just not exactly like it. Yeah, that's fine. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you should be able to, that's it. So you should be able to save it. There was no camcorder, Jason, for this one.
Yeah, because they were being used, one in the AR room and one in the VR room. So
Yeah. So for this, you should be able to save this now. And that's it. This is like it.
Yep.
Or okay, actually what we might want to do is check. I wonder what all got cut off for the end. So we might want to go to the transcript and double check that like nothing important at the end got cut off.
Is that all that was in the transcript?
Yeah.
There's like nothing in these transcripts because they were each like individually working on the iPads. So
yeah, we would just talk to each other like, oh, have you done this one? No. Okay, what did you do for this one? I think Michelle was the host for this one.
for this one, there's like not very much. I just thought it would be like good for them to see, like actually do this process. It's not like they have much to do for like the transcripts or recording or anything.
Yeah,
So-
no, that's cool. This is good. This is a good training. Yeah, this is good.
So open up the transcript, Michelle. Like the actual transcript. No, not there. Like actually go to file, like go to the, yeah. And just like scroll down to the bottom and just make sure like nothing important got cut off. And then Mary, let's see where you're at. Wait, are you sharing your screen anymore, Mary?
I stopped sharing because I wanted to see what she was doing.
Oh, okay, perfect. I was gonna switch over and see,
Yeah,
excuse me, if you needed any help. Have your videos downloaded?
yeah. They're still downloading.
Have either of them downloaded?
Well, this is 6.8, and I think they were 6.4. So let me check. Maybe one of them did.
Okay. Just look there now, like maybe put those side to side, Michelle, and see, like the last thing says, oh, yes, go ahead. So now just check in the other one. Yeah, it said, oh, yeah, yes, go ahead. So everything's there. So you're good. You can exit out of that now. So now you can save this video and you're done with 101. So now
Nice.
102 should take like that long. So I think you just go to file.
Doesn't show in my downloads folder.
Well, I think it doesn't it auto save. Didn't you put auto save? So it should be good. Jonathan, right? For these?
Kind of. I mean, you could save it. Like it's the little like, do you want to know where to save it? Like if it's
Yeah, so go click the back
if you're
arrow.
in that project, it's just the little like computer disk icon. So yeah, and that little thing means it's already saved. Like you haven't made any. So like it's the computer at the top right. It's a little like old school computer disk icon. I'm like actually a little
Right to the
terrified.
left, right there.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one, that right there. Yeah, yeah. It's supposed to be a little
It's
3.5
red,
floppy.
so I think you're good.
Probably don't even know what those are.
So now, Michelle, you can upload this into the combined videos file in Box, and you've done 101. So now you should know how to do this, and you're good. And I guess, Mary, you've now seen it, so I think we should just probably move on. Mary, you've now seen it again and seen like with this type of data how to do it. So I think we should just move on because it's already 4:10 and I want to
Okay.
like get out of here. Because you know it's Friday. So I'm sure you guys want the same. But I just thought that would be good for you guys to actually get the chance to play with data. I know Jason's he's done this a bunch of times. So that'll be
Yes.
this will be really good for you though, Michelle, to see, and Mary, that was probably hopefully good for you to see now again with actual data and like
Yeah, and if not, I would just look back at the video that you posted on the box. So.
yeah, perfect. So now I guess let's turn it over. We're gonna move on and do the AR videos. So this will kind of just be a continuation of last week where we were talking about the iPad videos. And we were combining them like this, except it had camcorders and like it just had one camcorder and the iPad. AR is a little bit more complicated, so I'm going to turn it over to Jonathan and let him walk us through this a little, and then when we're done with this, we'll break and have a hopefully wonderful weekend. So with that, it's all you, Jonathan.
Is it doing it? Are we all?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
All right,
So what he's done already is he opened up Adobe Premiere and is creating a project. He titled it, just like Jason said last week, in the top left corner.
remember to title it before I did anything.
Yes, project 317 and 318. That's a super important step that, like Jonathan and Jason said last week, is super easy to forget. So try not to forget that step. So title it, and then you start working with your data. He went in and clicked each 4 of those files individually because we actually did want those 4 files, not just because they were extra. So now he is rearranging these files like we learned last week with the iPad, moving the audio and the video around.
Yep.
Just as a reminder. So this all we learned last week. This is kind of a refresher. There's just more video here than last week with the iPads. This is now 4 instead of just the 2.
What you doing? Why is it not moving? It's having a hard time. So some things you can do, if it's like slowing down, is like you might notice over here, like the playback resolution, and I have mine set to 1/4. That means that this the picture is only going to give like a quarter of the actual resolution. But of course, when you actually like compile the video, it will do it at full resolution. It just means, frankly, everything just goes a little bit faster. So that's like a decent trick. And then what is the problem here?
It won't let you move them over.
Well, it's like, you know what we're gonna do. Okay. I'm just gonna
Save it.
that was which one? That was 3 what? Was that 318? Yeah.
Yeah, 318 HoloLens.
Yeah,
You
so
have
just like that.
317 and 18.
All right. And then yeah, so then we would sync them. And then we want to sync them to this. Okay, so I gotta go find the clap. Sure.
The reason he chose that one is because if you look at the titles, the top three are 318 HoloLens, 317 HoloLens, 317 and 18 HoloLens from the researcher view. And then the one he has, you can see it has the MVI or the like, so that is like another way of knowing that that is the camcorder view. So he's looking at the camcorder and he is syncing based on that clap.
Yep. So then some good keyboard shortcuts. If you do like the plus button, it will zoom in on whatever you're doing. And then it looks like the actual clap. What is it doing?
Except that can't be the camcorder view because there's a HoloLens. Like,
oh, you know why? Because I'm not hiding these. That's the problem.
yeah, they're all overlaid right now.
They're all overlapped. Yep, that's the problem.
So there we go. Now it's the camcorder view.
Is it? Did we start the camcorder late or something? Is this the one where we did that?
I mean, we used the different tutorial. We didn't use the actual tutorial because it kept glitching. So we just had him like mess around with one of the actual conjectures and then we clapped. So you just have to like keep looking and she has them
Did I
start.
miss a clap?
I go back and clap. It's a bit in. I think maybe that's
I miss it?
That's it. That's me saying you do you and then you, and that it's like right in here. Like you say your number, then you say your number and then clap.
So did you clap? Where did you clap?
Press play.
No, because remember, like, this is the right angle. This is a high
Mute
point.
the other ones.
Yeah.
This is the
Ah, what do you do? Oh,
start recording.
Start recording.
oh, there it was. Okay.
There it is. There's the clap.
Thank God. Okay. And then, okay, so this one.
In his iPad, he found where the clap was in the camcorder, which locates like the starting point just for the camcorder. So then you can go back and sync the HoloLenses to that. And that's kind of like you look at the timestamp and kind of know that's where you're trying to sync to.
Mm-hmm.
So this so far should look decently similar to last week of the iPad. There's just more videos and more audio.
Is this it? Is this the clap? I have to probably show that off. Actually, here, I'm going to mark kind of where the clap is by just doing this. Actually, no, I want it to, hold on. Get selected that. That'll like kind of keep where it is. Sort of. Well, no, it should have been that one, but whatever. Okay. Where is this? Yeah, I was going to say, I think is that a clap? Probably. Yep, that was it. Okay, so then I'm just going to move this till about there. Okay. And then these guys, like notice, I think the clap's like right around here. So I'm going to move that about there. Nope, too far. All right. And then this looks like the clap's right around here. And then notice, honestly, like a trick, I know it sounds really simple. I just grab it where the thing is that I'm trying to line up. And then I just like line it up ish. And then I'm going to get more fine tuned on that when I'll zoom. Okay. It looks like the clap is actually here. So now I'm just going to zoom there.
It's nice when you can find that little like same shape. Makes it a
Yeah,
lot.
it's like, oh, hey, we're like actually kind of lined up. All right. So now, and then I want to make sure that like everything's like actually, oh, something's wrong. Okay. So I gotta, did y'all hear the echo? Oh, because apparently I think, is this the actual clap is here? So then I gotta just move these. So I was just a little bit ahead. All right, and then I'll zoom in a little more. Yeah. Yeah, and then we can just, let's see.
Three.
That's pretty good. All right. So now we've got everything like aligned. All right. Notice that didn't take, I mean, how long did that take? Like a couple minutes? Yeah. So, and then the next thing I'm going to do, by the way, is I'm going to save. Like now that I've done that, like, oh my gosh. You know, and I might even want to save like an extra copy at this point. Like I actually might want to do like a save as, like, or something like, you know. Okay. Now,
Save early and save often.
seriously. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to take this guy and then, where's my effects panel? Oh, it's over here. Okay, so I'm going to go over here to effects. I'm going to go to video effects. I'm going to go to transform. Yeah, crop. Crop is my friend. Okay, and then I'm going to honestly just put that with all of them. I can do some of this with actually, like, you can use other controls for it, but it's a nice one to have if you ever need to like mess with anything. And then that allows me on each of these, pardon, so I can go to this.
What he did was he just dragged it and dropped it over
The video, yes.
Of each video. So you just drag it and drop it on top of it and it'll like apply itself to that. There's nothing like more you need to do. You just drag and drop.
Yeah. And then I'm going to take this video, like the first one, and then, yeah, I'm going to reduce it 50%. And then I'm going to put it where it'll go in the bottom right corner. And I used to have these memorized. Let's see if I still have them. Was that? Hey, there we go.
Woohoo!
All right. So that's like 1440, 810. You can figure that out. Like if you need to, I can actually also like drop it. So like this one's, the center is 1440, 810. Then the other ones, though, yeah, let me see if the other ones work that right too. Okay. So then I'm going to turn this one on and I'm going to do basically the exact same thing. 50, except instead of 1440, it's like half of 960, which I think is 540, 20, 570. What is that?
480.
Man, I like forgot how to do math. That's awesome. So 480. There we go. Thank you. You said that. Ooh, it is a Friday, y'all. It is a Friday.
There it is.
10.
That's why after this we'll just call it.
Yeah. All right. And then now, generally the convention we use is that like the 317 one then goes in the top left. All right, so you're gonna do, and then so this one is like 480, and then that is 270. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I gotta turn that one on.
Unhide it.
And then over here, you do the same thing.
Put it at scale 50.
Yep, gotta have that scale 50, and then you got to do 480. No, 1440.
Oh yeah, because you want it in the top corner. You're right.
Yeah. And then, and if you don't see it, it means hey, I forgot to turn it on. And then actually, I usually probably am going to mute these, and I might even mute the researcher as well. Yeah. So I might not. I mean, the sound quality is probably pretty good. What happened to the top one? Where'd it go? What's the problem? Oh, I noticed. Look, okay, yeah. So what's the problem? Well, I put 14,000 or something. So like it's not even where it should be. So there it is. Yep. And then we can check it. Like, let's see, are we in sync? And you notice it's kind of lagging a little bit and stuff like that. But like a good check for like if stuff is actually in sync is like you want to like look at head tilts, not just like audio. So you actually want to check both the audio and the video. So notice that like if y'all see that part where like Candace like raised her hand and then brought it back down, like that's actually a really good check for the video, is to make sure that like, Candace's hand like reaches the top of its arc at the same place in different videos and stuff. Or like head tilts are another good one, which is especially when you have POV stuff, like where you can like, see their head moving on the camera, but then you can also make sure to see how it's actually like, what's their view doing, So, and that's a good check for checking that you're in sync on the video. And then you also might want to like check the audio, especially like later on, because sometimes the HoloLenses drift in and out of sync. But yeah, like that's notice that wasn't too bad. And frankly, we've got it down to a system where it's not too bad. The early days were much more difficult. So like, oh my gosh.
But just a note like of location, as Jonathan touched on this just for a second there, but the camcorder videos in the bottom right, and then the researcher HoloLens is the bottom
left.
And then the other two HoloLenses are the top left and right.
Yeah, so this is the odd one is on the left and the even one is on the right. So this is 317, this is 318.
So that actually is important. And we need that, we try to keep that uniform for all of the videos. So when you're creating these, don't just like, look at the numbers like the 1440 and 270 and apply it to any of them. Like make sure you're putting the location of them with the correct one, like the camcorder goes in the bottom right, like try to keep it uniform. Just makes it easier for data analysis purposes. So it's just another note.
Jason, you got anything you want to say? You want to like add to this? Like it's, I think, generally we would also
Save
probably
Save it.
What's Jason saying in the chat? I don't even know. 480. Nice. Yeah, we would cut the front end part stuff off, right? Like that's probably what he's saying. I'm guessing. I don't know. You could unmute, man. Like, what is it, like loud where you are? It's fine.
He's in the library.
You gotta be quiet. Nice.
Yeah, probably good to be quiet in the library.
So like, yeah, so let's say I did want to cut this, like, okay, so like this extra stuff, like what do we want to do? I mean, we've done, like, this was all check out, like I can cut the stuff right before the triangle or what do you think, Juliana? Like, was there doing anything here? Like there
That
was
was
like
the tutorial.
What? It was just
that was the tutorial. That was them doing the like getting used to it. So and then we had them actually start, and they started straight into the conjectures. But all of that free stuff was like our version of the tutorial, because the actual tutorial was glitching. So we used just like
Okay, that makes much more sense.
which is why there's a triangle there rather than like our typical cone, is because we used the triangle and they were like messing around with it, and then we started.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just like real quick, I would like then cut like, and I'll probably cut like right where one of them began, where the first one did, and then I'll cut here. But all right, and then you want to do this thing called ripple delete. All right. So and then you pick the longer one, and then you go here and you go ripple delete. All right, and then watch what it does, and then it does that, and then you do the same thing here. Oh, and then it doesn't like it doing 2 ripple deletes in a row, and I've never understood what's up with that. Oh, is it maybe you have to put it here or something? I don't know. And then I do, yep, same thing here, ripple delete. All right, and then I could also clean up the back end if I want to. Is there anything on the back? I don't know. That's probably okay, you know, but that's just so.
Jason said, I would say make sure your audio doesn't fall back as that can happen with the HoloLens, and just adjusting the audio only, not linked with the video, because it's generally only affecting the audio. And if you edit the video, it's going to then set the video behind.
True story. And that's that partially like, and you can do that a couple different ways. One, which is like you would unlink the audio and video. Okay. And then part of the reason, since we have those wonderful mics, though this link seems kind of loud. And in fact, it looks like it's left and right. The left channel is kind of loud. So like one thing I can do is I can go over here to, it just looks like maybe a little loud. I don't know. Yeah. So I can go over here to audio effects. And then I can go to, I could do balance. I mean, I can do balance like.
So the reason, just like the reason that we muted the other ones, like the HoloLenses, is because the camcorder is what their microphones are hooked up to. So we're getting the microphone feed and the microphone audio from the camcorder. That's why, just
yep.
So no.
So right now it's in the channel volume. And so like the left one is like kind of high. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to drop it down like maybe, I don't know, negative 10 decibels or something, just to kind of see. And then I can even like, if I want to, I could like kind of like express that out, and it'll give it a little second, but then I can check the audio mix.
Jason said, I would also say, don't be afraid to mute or lower any of the audio tracks if one of them consistently has issues or has breaks or cracks or anything else.
What'd you say?
Or high volume.
Yeah, so like I can like play with the audio like this. If this is too loud still, it sounds kind of okay to me, but like, you know, maybe, so I'm just kind of muting that one a little bit. But yeah, so like, and then, yeah, all I would do at this point is then I would just go to export, and then export as like the full size thing. So, I guess I can show you how to, I mean, I can just do this. And then you do, and then I would like want to change the name. But then normally we don't do, yeah, actually this would work. Yeah. 3, because, and try not to make it any more than 3 gigs. So then I would just do, like, I would just change the name real quick. And then I would start that. So.
But make sure that when you change the name, you would say like 317 and 318 combined.
Yeah, combined multicam. Yep.
Combined multicam. So just make sure you put that it is combined, and then save it, export it, and then you'd upload that into Box.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it for this one. This was obviously an easy AR.
Yeah, we picked an easy one just so.
This is just a beginner. So I think what we're gonna do, like on that note, I think we're kind of done with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop here for today, and we'll pick back up not next week, because as we said, next week is the Friday before spring break, so we don't want to keep you guys or ourselves till like 4:30 or 5, like the start of spring break. So we won't meet next week. I'll update the calendar invite on that, and then we'll pick back up the week after spring break, and we'll have like maybe like a little workshop having you guys play with like some of this AR data, trying to like do some easy ones and seeing like how they combined and how that works. And then maybe we'll do one more, like that'll kind of be more like a workshop-y type thing. And then the next week we'll show you guys like the hard stuff, the like when there's glitches and when there's errors and when you like have syncing problems, or when they get like people get kicked out so the recording stops. You have like part 1 and part 2 of camcorders, and part 1 and part 2 of HoloLenses for one person, and then also 2 parts for the researcher, and it's just like a whole nightmare. So we'll get into that a little bit later, but we'll try to like, we're trying to stair step you and ease you into that. It's like a little bit of scaffolding. So on that note, do you have anything else you want to add, Jonathan?
No, I'm good. How's everybody feeling about that? Like,
About both, about the iPad, like what we did, iPad and AR. Y'all have any questions like as of now that y'all can think of? I'll upload this recording as well. Did you guys all get access to the box folder with the audio, the video recording from last week? Okay, cool. Well, I'll upload this in the same spot and we'll have like that be just a resource for all of you guys. But on that note, I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day today. Hopefully this is helpful. This is meant to be like a helpful thing for you guys, and like for us too. Like Jonathan just said, you know, it's been a while. He was like, oh gosh, what were the numbers again? Like it's a refresher for us as well. So it's nice. So hopefully this is
I used to have those on a note card that I would just like put on my desk. Like, yeah, it's just, yeah. So
hopefully this will be like a helpful, like kind of training, and it's not just like, oh, I have to go to another training. Like we're hoping this is like a good resource for you guys. So yeah. Anyways,
right.
have a good Friday.
Have a great day. Have a great weekend.
And we'll see you, I guess in like 2 weeks,
3
3
weeks?
weeks, 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
Awesome. All right, bye guys.
Bye.